It's the Callahan MIDI you scavenged from Delta Burke Salon. You pinch yourself.
Sir, I believe I may be able to tap myself into the PTS and perform a limited set of functions.
PTS?
Yes, sir. PTS, the Photo Triangulation System. It was installed as a crude backup navigational device to the modern navigational computer system. It's what you see before you mount it in the middle view screen. I am here to serve you, sir.
This is the Photo Triangulation System unit. It houses the optics as well as the print recorder and ejector. You summon the ability to leave it alone. It wouldn't be prudent to do that at the This is the photo taken with the Photo Triangulation System. You peel apart the photo and negative from your first PTS image. It's the first positive image. You peel apart the photo and negative from the second PTS image. It's the negative from the second PTS image. You poke it and prod it and generally make it feel like a piece of meat. Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked? It probably seemed like, boy, wouldn't it be as cool as it would be to enter. Boy, wouldn't it be. In this galaxy, those two items don't do anything together. Maybe it's different in your neck of the woods, huh? It probably seemed like it. That's an interesting idea. Boy, wouldn't it be cool. Not much going on. It's just another in the array of displays you are totally mystified by.
The PTS is online and working. We can now launch to polysorbate. I am here to serve you, sir. What may I do for you, sir? Step over to the transport pad and I will beam you down to the surface of polysorbate.
Manual tosses you a transport signaler.
You can only use this from the place I beam you to.
Yes, you actually left a cool-looking mold of your lower torso. Well, actually, it's not that impressive. Rats! The cinema appears to be closed.
Go ahead and look around, partner. I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have about my fine line of merchandise. Yes, sirree, have a look.
Hello there, Mr. Blatz. I think I have something you might be interested in.
Think so, hey?
Oh, I really think you'll find it interesting.
Ooh! Why, I'd love to take that off your hands. Of course, you realize that it's illegal to sell those, but I could trade you for something. Look around and see what interests you.
I could really use a cyberspace jack.
Tell you what, I'll trade you for one of those fine specimens in the case. What do you say?
No, I want the jack or it's no deal.
Oh, now take it easy, Sonny. I think we can do business.
I'm glad you see it my way. It's been a pleasure. Take care, Fester. I gotta fly. That's the cyberspace jack.
It's a transport signaler.
My sole purpose is to help you, sir.
You know, he's a bit ticked at you. I'd leave him alone unless you've got something really important to bug him about. It's a monitor! You've seen one before. In fact, you're seeing two right now. It looks like a cyberjack plug receptor. It's just an old-fashioned disk drive. It's just an old... That's an interesting idea. Not a good one, but interesting nonetheless. That's an It probably seemed like a good... As cool as it would be to interface these two items, no good would come of it. It probably... These aren't online yet. Apparently, budget isn't a big concern here. Who wants to look at boring old research records? Try something else. After a click of the screen button, Plotigy begins to painfully, slowly fill the screen. Oh, screw it! Even you don't have the time or patience for this! Talk about a brave new world. You'd better be up for it if you plan to explore this cyber terrain. This cyber terrain is just a little arid. It's just more evidence to confirm the old adage that if there's time enough to do it, there's time enough to do it half-assed. Not even cyberspace is immune from the mentally deficient types who shoot at road signs. How macho they must think they are. That's quite a leap. You'd be able to clear it if you could get a running start, but you can't run in this game, only walk. In this space quest, you can't switch to sprint. Talk about a brave new... Talk about a brave new... This cyber terrain... Hey, free birdseed, and so conveniently placed under a huge boulder, too. Forget it, you don't resemble that bird. Well, except for the pin feathers in those chicken legs of yours. Cool. Cyber cacti. It's an office sign. The sign says it all. There was much talk and rhetoric about the Information Superhighway, but the executive and legislative branches seem quite opposed to getting together on just about anything either one of them introduces. Just look at the space program. Anyway, the frustration of a former employee is documented in the amendments to the opens date. A rag hangs from the sawhorse. Who knows what it last wiped up? Old highway safety devices recycled from either a decade or 10 years ago stand alert and ready for the non-existent workers to use. Wow, a genuine Tonkoid M501, and the best year, too. It's been a long time since it's rolled over any plastic crate. Wow, a genuine... It's a BFT 9000 Cyber Earth Mover. Girders, some of the building materials some airheaded committee thought necessary for their project, lay unused and heavily rusted. A long section of board lies on the ground. A screwdriver lies on the ground, probably discarded by the malcontent who vandalized the sign. Bet you can't fit that thing in your pants. Guess I was wrong. It does fit. There must be plenty of spare room in there. The Port Ahead by Schroed Johns Incorporated stands silently waiting to make its designated collection of organic waste products. This seems to be the contractor's office for the Information Superhighway. It's not too congested. A carelessly discarded bucket of building material has been spilled and allowed to harden. There's nothing you can do now. It did have potential at one time. Oh, mama! I'm guessing one too many burritos for the last guy in here. It looks like some poor slob actually waited for his number to be called and died for his troubles. Looks like a programmer just prior to shipping.
Next. Does your number match the one shown by the counter?
No, I don't seem to have that one, but...
Oh, I am sorry, sir. Strangely enough, there's no provision for buts in this system. You either have the number shown or you do not. Now, please await the calling of your number. Thank you very much. I have important things to do.
It's the number 3 card you took from the card dispenser. It's the screwdriver you found outside the cyberspace trailer. That, boys and girls, is Sis Innie. She runs things around here like an iron maiden. with the firmness of titanium BVDs with the control of a steel belt-reinforced brassiere. Similar to the mint bowl found on the desks of receptionists in those pre-Super Information Highway days, a mint candy icon symbolically takes up valuable desktop space. This is the magic window whence you came. Very tidy, a trash can. That might be a perfect place to store all those vital screen-saving programs like that cool Yasser Arafat version you've downloaded from POL. Pardon me, but I'm just a little nervous about this trash can thing. Didn't someone already go to court and spend wads of buckazoids over this?
Gary! Just read the copy, for Christ's sakes. We're not paying you to think. We just want that pretty voice of yours. All right, you friggin' union geek. Okay, people. Mr. Owens has gathered himself together, and we are ready to pick it up from that oh-so-fascinating Barney Fife meets Perry Mason segue. All right. Animation to speed. And roll.
Although just a false front icon, it holds the promise of a tomorrow where true plug-and-play AM radio is no longer just a dream. That's a clock icon. A darling little fan icon decorates the accessories program group. Look, they even plan to have screensavers. A good idea for when those lines are all tied up. Who says they aren't thinking ahead? That's the refreshments folder.
Next.
Don't be looking for your father's Playboys in here either. You summon the ability to leave it alone. Don't pick at it. It wouldn't be prudent to do that at this juncture.
This world's a great big ball of dirt with 50 billion souls who like to sit around and veg down in the dark like moles. But me, I'm just the kind of girl who loves the open air and bits of unburned hydrocarbons blowing through my hair. New soil and clear, at last it's here with clearly better taste. Less people too, like me and you, and less reprocessed waste. More hearty crunch for snacks or lunch, it's crystal clear to see. New soil and clear, the last frontier.
Next.
Here for folks like you and me. New soil.
That wouldn't prove.
Does your number match the one shown by the counter?
As a matter of fact, I do possess that number. Read it and weep, Pixel Woman.
Oh no, you can't possibly. Oh. Well, I guess you're right.
You bet your palate, little 32 by 32 pixel mama.
A darn capable fire extinguisher stands ready to save all this paper in the event of a fire. They've spared no expense. Massive file cabinets stretch off into the distance. This should be a cinch. You seem quite interested in the simplest forms of illumination. This is an old style of incandescent illumination. It was deemed inefficient because of the large quantity of byproduct heat it generates. But you know government contracts, they probably have enough of these to last longer than William Shatner's first chest toupee. That's delightfully not.
Man, these filing cabinets are a mess. Even I could keep them up better than this. Man, these filing Man.
That file apparently. That file apparent. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file apparent. That file apparent.
Man, these filing cabinets.
That file. That file apparent. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file.
Man, these filing cabinets. Man, these Man, these
It feels slightly. You look at it, but you are not much. That wouldn't.
Looks like interesting reading.
That file. That file. That's delight. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file. That file apparently General drawer failure. You get the idea. That would... That file. That file. General draw. You get the idea. General draw. You get the idea.
Looks... Man, these files... That file. 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 The cyber printer accepts your cyber file gratefully and begins to print. The question is, what exactly is the output of a cyber printer?
Yeah, next.
Your utterances. Your words call... Well, what do you know? Maybe there is something to this superhero reputation thing after all. And after that episode with the egg beater, I thought you'd never impress me again. You get a jump on...
Next.
You smartly drop the board in place, spanning the gap between the two bridge sections. Leave it where it is. You never know when you'll need it again. This is one of the nanotech... You're hesitant to touch that. These are the printouts of the files you've collected from cyberspace as evidence against Dr. Bellows. You know, he's a bit ticked at you. I'd leave him alone unless you've got something really important to bug him about.
Well, Dr. Bellows, I think you've got some explaining to do.
You're out of your mind, Wilco.
So, what do you have to say for yourself now, Doctor?
Confronted with the facts found in the files you located, he freaks and spills all.
My...
Eloquently stated.
I didn't think this all the way through until I'd crossed my own personal ethical line. I was already... It had already gone too far. The experiments alone... I thought I could do just this one thing and still live with myself. Love can move a person to do some strange things, Wilco. She knew how I felt and used it to her advantage.
I think I know what you mean about that love thing, but wait a minute. Slow down. Are you saying you have the hots for... I mean, you are actually romantically intrigued by Sharpay? Wow. You are serious. I agree that love can make you do some weird stuff. In this case, though, it made you do some stuff that was unethical and illegal, Doctor. Where is Stellar Santiago? I know she was alive, that her death was faked. What have you done with her?
Great Caesar's ghost. The woman, she's still alive, but I'm afraid not much time remains.
She is? What do you mean, not much time remains?
As you must realize by now, the Golden Light Years project was merely a front for the research I'd been conducting per Sharpay's wishes. She is intensely fearful of death. You probably didn't notice that she is getting up in age a bit.
Yeah, who could have guessed that?
In very simple terms, Janitor Wilco.
That's Janitor Second Class, pal. And don't you forget it.
Excuse me, Janitor Second Class. As I was saying, Sharpay feared dying, enough to take the lives of others to save her own. She knew I loved her. I remember the day I met her. It was at the funeral of... I believe it was her fourth husband, and I remember never having seen her look so radiant. I fell for her, hard, and she knew it. You should have seen her in black.
I'll pass, thanks. Just tell me about Stellar.
Okay, The bottom line is that I have developed a way to extend Sharpay's life by transferring her mental essence into the body of another. It was to be you until your friend Stellar Santiago got in the way. We thought no one would miss you. Go figure. What I have done is to employ nanotechnology to take over the designated host body, as is happening with your friend as we speak.
Stellar's body is being taken over by Sharpay? Jeez, I don't understand. Is there anything we could do to stop it?
I've never really thought of it that way.
Well, think about it now. We have to save Stellar. You can't let her die. You can redeem yourself at least to some degree, Doc.
As much as it pains me to admit it, you're right, Roger. You're right. Okay, I think I may have a plan. We can save her. There are some interesting spin-off technological breakthroughs. I'm going to send you in to stop Sharpay.
Say what? No, I don't think...
It's her only chance. If you seriously care for your friend, you'll do this.
Oh, the only way, huh?
The only way.
Well, okay then. I hope you're sure about this.
I'm positive. Here's how we shall go about it. You will move your shuttle into Lab B. Meanwhile, I will generate new software for your shuttle's navigational system, which will help you locate the nanites, the very small robotic devices I developed for the intrusion. One of them is Sharpay. If you can stop Sharpay, well, your friend's chances of survival improve immensely. Then, once I have located and extracted you, I shall work to repair whatever damage may have been done to Stellar during the attempted incursion.
The shuttle is nicely miniaturized by the beam deal. Hopefully, it is reversible. Perhaps you should have asked about that. There are some things you can't afford to have smaller.